Get ready to be loved out loud is what I just heard for this collective. I am manifesting that this gets across to the right collective when they need to hear it. There's something about you being loved out loud in this next era of your life. So coming in hot with a strong love message today. But let's tap in. Let's get some cards for you. I was picking up this energy of kind of like a past energy coming through as well. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. So I really feel like there are changes happening in your life that are creating this level of abundance for you to harvest in your reality. But again, it's like a harvest that you have really dedicated time, energy, and care towards. And with this love out loud energy, it's almost like you're reaping your harvest around the seeds that you've planted when it comes to how you manage your relationships, how you show up in your relationships, how you show up in the work that you're doing. Again, if this is like love from a community, or even like how you show up for family, if that is significant as well. But it's like you're just going to be harvesting more love in your life, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be like loud and proud, claiming you is really the energy. And it's kind of giving me this feeling of like maybe people who didn't love you correctly in the past kind of kicking themselves because they're recognizing how lovable you've always been, but how loved you are now, if that makes sense. Let's get some more information though. Okay, what else can the collective know about this? Yeah, Six of Cups. Again, like there's a energy of the past showing up here. The Hanged One, Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah, so there's a painful ending that is closing out, a painful cycle that is closing out. And again, there is kind of like a return here with the Six of Cups. We have the Hanged Man as well. There's been sort of a pause, a force to introspection, but then you're being kicked into action. It's kind of like you were forced into this cocoon energy where you have to recognize and really reflect on just how lovable you are and provide this to yourself. So again, in the past, maybe you've been in situations or relationships where they weren't loving you correctly, where you weren't feeling loved by your surroundings, by your environment, by your relationships. But there's something about you taking control over this and actually pouring that love into yourself. Working with your inner child could be significant here as well. And again, as you've been in this reflective period, you've recognized how much love you have to give and how much you deserve that love in return. And so through this reflection and kind of being at a pause for a moment, you're being jump started into action. I really feel like you are ending this painful cycle of not feeling worthy enough, not feeling lovable enough, not feeling good enough to receive what it is that you're able to provide to others. And so you've done so much work around this that I feel like the divine is kind of forcing you out of this stagnancy. And so things are going to start moving very quickly for you, it feels. Yeah, you're falling into justice. So again, there's something about seeds that you planted a while ago that were taking some time to sprout, finally reaching your harvest season with that Nine of Pentacles energy we saw in the beginning. And then with justice, it's like you're falling into balance. You're falling into karmic justice. Again, justice for the ways in which you've been treated in the past, the ways in which you were loved incorrectly in the past, the ways in which you were in situations, relationships, environments that tried to make you feel as if you were not lovable. That's what's shifting. And I feel like the scales are finally balancing and you're stepping into, again, further fulfillment within your relationships. This could be like an up leveling within your relationships as well. If you feel really comfortable with where your relationships are, this could be like taking the next step. This could be like moving in with a partner, getting married, getting engaged, or just taking that next step to commitment. Or this could be within your home life. Okay. Starting to see more love within your home. Maybe you're moving to a place that you love. Maybe you're, getting things within your home that you really love that make it feel like home. Okay. There's definitely like an up leveling though, an upgrade that is happening within your relationships and within your home life that feels like a wish fulfillment. It feels like something you've always wanted, but again, had failed to accomplish or achieve in the past that is now finally being presented to you. And of course we get the Lovers because this is a love reading. So you've been making choices from a place of love for yourself. And that is why more love is being initiated and kind of shown to you during this time. It's moving towards you at this time because again, our external reality is a reflection of our internal world. So the more that you've chosen love for yourself, the more that you've made love forward decisions, every chance you've gotten, that's what's leading you closer and closer to receiving that in your environment, in your relationships. And I do feel like, again, you are healing from a lot of wounds that come from deception, manipulation, people who have lied to you, people who have tricked you into, feeling more loved. I'm getting like energy of maybe being love bombed, or maybe you've been in relationships that were narcissistic, or relationships where, again, they were constantly talking down to you, constantly trying to make you feel small so that you could be more easily controlled. And that is what you are awakening awakening to that those situations, the people or the places that made you feel this way were lying to you about your potential. We're lying to you about just how lovable you really are. And so again, by you pouring into yourself, by you taking this time to not listen to these voices, that's why more love is showing up for you right now. And it almost feels like it's going to show up when you least expect it. There's going to be opportunities being presented to you that you're not even considering right now when it comes to love. Again, if this is like love from a community, this could be like being contacted by somebody so unexpected who's like, oh, I'm a fan of your work, I love what you're doing. Or again, like an unexpected invitation, an unexpected, message that you may receive, kind of like as you're starting to lose hope, or as you're starting to be like, oh, I've done all this work, maybe I'm just not meant for love in this way. And then poof, that's when it shows up, and it kind of opens up your options as far as what you're going to do next. Things that were not revealed to you in the past are being revealed to you. So you have so much love, so much abundance on the horizon because you continued to love yourself through the challenges and finally took off the illusions of, again, all of these tactics of manipulation and keeping you small, that you are finally rising above and falling into perfect balance and harmony so that you can step into this beautiful era of your life. I think that is a message here. Let me know if it resonated. Sending you so much love always.